Welcome back. We are in the middle of an interview with Peter Bitwinski, who was in the World Trade Center for both the 1993 and September 11th terror attacks. He makes it out with just minutes to spare, and we're talking to him about how he still remembers everything 23 years later. Obviously, you were there from 93, and you had 2001, and obviously we know the buildings did collapse. Did you ever believe they would collapse?
No. And I say it till today that I believe the terrorists lucked out with that attack, because I'm sure they tried to knock over the building with the plane, failed to do so because the building was strong, and yet the building came down because the fire heated the steel, which couldn't hold up the concrete and the office machinery. So, but me personally, I don't think I would have returned in 1993 if I thought my life was in danger every day by going there. So, I just didn't think it would be attacked, and I felt safe enough.
How is your health? You said you were caught up in that dust cloud that we hear so much. Are you okay? Do you have any effects from that?
Yeah, I've had about 5 or 6 external cancers, and then I now have, last year I had sort of a major surgery for an internal cancer in my right ear, but all have been removed and my other health is okay. One of the sad statistics, though, is that there are now more people that have died post 9/11 than on the day of 9/11 due to the illnesses that they got, heart, lung cancers, by being exposed, especially in recovery where they were trying to find bodies. So, I count myself lucky, and I still want, as long as I have health, to speak about the experience and about, trying to inspire people to never forget what occurred that day.
Do you know what you breathed in that has caused so many problems for so many, including yourself?
Yeah, the thing is, there were people who were dying that went in front of Congress and asked for medical funding, which now has been given. It's called the Zadroga Act, and now millions of dollars are committed over, I think, a 70-year period to help the victims of 9/11, many of whom went into that toxic pile day and night, 24/7, to try to locate bodies. They only found 174 bodies, but they were trying to help families to bring closure so they could have funerals and they could have memorials for these victims. And they wound up, even though they were wearing masks, they wound up getting sick, way sicker than I've gotten. And, some of them are still sick now and dying from the illnesses that they got from the toxicity of breathing in from that burning rubble post 9/11.
Peter, do you go back? Are you in the museum? Have you seen the museum at all? Have you seen any of that?
Yeah. I had some psychological counseling right after 9/11. I needed it. It helped me, and it helped me to do and turn around to where I wanted to give back. So I began volunteering for a museum called the Tribute Museum, where we did walking tours and we had things in our gallery. And it was really good for me because it was a healing type of experience for me. Unfortunately, after the pandemic, the 9/11 Tribute Museum closed due to economic, financial reasons. But I moved on, and now I volunteer for the National September 11th Memorial and Museum, and I also volunteer for Tunnel to Towers. So, I still try to carry the stories forward.
Is that hard going back down there? I mean, you've seen what it was, what it is now. You experienced what happened. Is that hard daily doing that?
It's not hard going there. For me, I've kind of come full circle where I want to give back. I almost want to be the spokesperson of the people who lost their lives there, to tell visitors of what a beautiful building and place it was, and how many wonderful, beautiful people I met while working there, many of whom perished. So, I think about World Trade Center almost every day. But, my motivation is to give back in honor and in remembrance of the people who died. So as long as I have continued health, I want to keep doing that.
Peter, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it. God bless you.